we've got a lot of excited people. Warner Robins Demons in town to take on the Peach County Trojans.
Yeah.
It is tailgate time in Central Georgia.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the teams right now. Peach County comes in 1-0. They took the first week off. They were impressive last week, beating Houston County 44-14. If you're following Warner Robins, then you know that they are already 2-0. They knocked off Northside and then beat Locust Grove. They have only allowed 20 points in 2 games while scoring 48.
All right, here's a little bit about the matchup history. Peach County is 5-4 against Warner Robins, 5-2 against them this century.
I don't remember those other games.
I like the way that's worded. Last year's game, real close, 20-19. Peach County pulled it off, and we're going to have a closer look at that game when we look back with Marv. That's coming up later in the show.
A lot of big-time players to watch. Of course, Peach County has the great Kyrus Jackson. He is a senior, a 4-star recruit who verbally committed to the University of Georgia a couple of weeks ago. He had all the big schools trying to get him. Big playmaker. Only 2 receptions last week. Get this, they were both huge. A 54-yarder and a 53-yarder. They both went for touchdowns, and he also returned a punt for 62 yards. Nothing but big plays when Kyrus Jackson has the ball in his hands.
All right, now Warner Robins, the Prom twins. No, not Jake, but related. Younger brothers, quarterback Dylan and wide receiver Tyler Prom, connected last week 6 times for 79 yards. Dylan so far this season, 5 touchdowns and more than 400 yards and 2 wins. You could say the Prom twins were on the same page last week. Twin power.
Oh, here's a nice breeze blowing out here.
I like this.
We're fired up. All right, Jonathan Perez is also with us, indeed, and JP's extra points today include a fella. If you've come to a Peach County game, you have probably noticed him on the sideline.
Seen him a few times.
Many years. JP, take it away.
That's right, I'm joined by a very special guest, the mascot for the Peach County Trojans, my man, Daryl Hawkins. He's been doing this for 25 years. Daryl, tell me how it all started.
State championship game, wanted to get everybody fired up, wanted to do something different from what we were doing and all, so I just went down on the field, dressed up like this, and just kind of everything just took off.
25 years and he's never looked back. Now tell me a little bit about the costume. It looks good on you, my man. You said that the jersey and the pants actually come from the coach and the football team, but everything else is yours, right?
Yeah, I had a lady make a cape for me, whatever like that. The flag come from the baseball team actually years ago. Helmet, they gave me a helmet, and I just kind of made everything that goes on the football helmet, just took the face mask off. Went from there with it.
Remarkable stuff. My man has been doing this for 25 years. Why do you do it? 25 years is a long time. Just why do you do it?
I enjoy doing it, being around the kids and all, and it's mainly for them boys out there and for this crowd. I mean, the school, it's school spirit, Trojan pride, whatever you want to say. Hey, it's great. That's just something I want to do and just been doing it. So keep after it, I reckon.
Definitely. Good stuff, my man. I'm going to give you a little extra point, something you may not have known. Daryl Hawkins is 61 years old. I'm not even in my 30s yet. I don't think I can do what he does, running up and down the sidelines, throwing footballs at the crowd, getting them pumped up. No one does it quite like you, man. Daryl, it's been a pleasure. Yeah. Go on and do your thing, man. Go on and do your thing.
Oh, wow.
What's wrong? 61, he's still a young man.
He knows how to do this.
Yeah, he does it. Oh, excellent. Fired up.
All right,
Good stuff.
we talked about the breeze.
Yes.
This is going to help because it's still warm outside, but this is all from the outer band, kind of what was Harvey. That's what's been bringing our rain chances and is what's causing the breeze out here tonight. I think overall tonight it should be dry for most folks. We could see maybe a little brief shower in a couple of spots. Can't rule out a thunderstorm, but it should be mainly dry. But you may want to bring an umbrella or raincoat just in case. As we go through tonight, things will change into tomorrow. Current look at the temperatures, you can see the heat, and then we have the next map with the heat index. All of that's going to change by tomorrow when we bring in lower humidity. It's going to be a nice first weekend of September. I think you're going to like it. Doppler Max HD shows a few little spots that have been out there. Otherwise, no big deal. We had bigger storms in our eastern counties. Those have all rolled off, kind of like yesterday. Everything has made its way on off towards South Carolina. So coming up in a little bit, I think we're going to like watching that dew point map come
Oh,
down
gosh, yes.
in time for some college football, maybe getting that fall feeling a little bit.
The simple pleasures in life now.
Yes.
The dew point map
That's
is
right,
among
that's
them.
right. We love it.
All right, we're coming back here in just a couple of minutes. Let's now go to a much quieter place, and that would be the studio, and back to Lori.
Thanks a lot, folks. Looks like a lot of fun out there. The Coast Guard says it rescued at least 3,000 people from Harvey's floodwaters in the past 48 hours. A coastal county south of Houston is bracing for even more Harvey-related flooding as rivers overflow. And today, there are more than 1,500 people staying in shelters in Louisiana. But they aren't the only ones.
Those pets are displaced and the people are displaced, and you don't know what a huge relief it would be to a little child after they've lost everything to be able to be reunited with their animals.
And you can help out with that type of a reunion. Macon Bibb Animal Welfare is taking donations for Hurricane Harvey pets until next Thursday. They say displaced animals need toys, collars, and food, but crates are key. Crates can let shelters and animal rescue groups house more animals by keeping them in temporary boxes. Suzanne Lawler will have more on this tonight on Eyewitness News at 6. The city of Perry in Houston County is receiving state money to help revitalize neighborhoods. The state awarded more than $700,000 to the city as part of a community development grant. City leaders say they plan to use the money to improve housing on Bill, Better, Jean, and Edward Streets in the Sand Hill neighborhood. They plan to work on 8 homes, rebuild 3, and remove 5 blighted properties. Last year, the city received a similar grant to start work in that neighborhood. City Councilman Willie King says the second grant is a reward for work that they've already started.
As we continue to redo revitalization, we were able to get more money to continue. We got 183 homes in that neighborhood, and we were able to continue to help improve the community, and that was so exciting for us, Mayor and Council and the administration here.
With those 2 grants, Perry will have $1.6 million to improve the Sand Hill neighborhood.
First of all, it's important for yourself. It can cut your risk of getting the flu at least in half, and possibly even more than that. So your chances of getting the flu are double if you don't get the shot. Overall, every year is different, but about 20% of people will get the flu. And some people, about several 100,000, will end up in the hospital because of the flu.
Wow, some scary numbers. But the vaccination, will it really actually give you the virus? Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, Courtney Jagabazi speaks to local health officials to verify if the shot puts you at risk for getting sick. And after the break, we're going to rejoin Frank and Ben and the Marvelous One in Peach County. Tailgate 13 is next. Stay with us.
Now or never.
We are live. We're back. They're excited.
Yes, they are.
We're pumped.
That's what I like about the Peach County folks. They love their football,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do.
love their school, and they always turn out, and they always do a great job. Now, this Warner Robins Peach County series, it's a heated rivalry now. These 2 schools really go at it.
Yeah, they did. And we talked about that narrow victory last year where Peach pulled it out. I believe it was 2019.
20-19 was the final. Marvin James takes us back to that last meeting, and it was a dandy.
Last year's Peach County Warner Robins matchup went down to the wire at the MAC in the International City. Warner Robins trailing by 7 in the third quarter, knocking on the door. Michael Bradley on the tunnel screen gets the ball all the way inside the 1. Great effort. Running back Jarius Burnett scores on the very next play. Tie ball game 13-13. But later in the fourth quarter, the Trojans go deep. Antonio Gilbert to Jalen Green for the go-ahead touchdown. 32-yard pass and catch. The Demons rally to score late, but the PAT is blocked, and Peach County escaped with a 1-point win, 20-19. Warner Robins head coach Mike Chastain talked to me about the loss and what his new team needs to do to avoid back-to-back losses in the series.
This game actually was one of our games we only had like I think 1 or 2 turnovers, and anytime you keep the turnover battle close, I mean you got a chance to win ball games if you got evenly matched teams. And we had a pretty good little squad last year. We just struggled early on, and this year it's a little bit different. We're taking care of the ball a lot better right now, so we're excited about what's coming on Friday night.
All right, I tell you what, man, this is going to be something out here tonight. The wind feels good. It helps things a little bit too. It's 87. It feels like 88, 89. That's not that bad, but we are getting some wind speeds around 10 miles an hour, sometimes gusting higher than that. All right, the 7-day. You want some fall weather? You may get it. That's after the break. We are live in Peach County, where Warner Robins is going to be taking on the Trojans. All right, hold on, wait. What is this cheer that you made up for just this game? How does it go?
Demons came to sleep, Trojans came to eat.
Demons came to sleep, Trojans came to eat. Oh my! That's trash talking right there. Oh my! Let's show you what's going on with the weather. It is warm, but we've got a good breeze, and that's okay. Tonight we're going to be looking at a chance of rain. It's going to be small, but there could be a couple of things in a few spots out there. Otherwise, just partly cloudy and breezy. As we look at the temperatures, we can see some 80s, and the heat index shows that things are a little bit warmer. Doppler Max HD will show that we had some storms earlier, and then all that made its way on off toward the east. So now we're just watching to see how it goes as we go through tonight to see if anything else forms. Again, the potential's there, but by and large, it should be dry for most spots. But just plan accordingly, just in case something were to pop up. As we look out on the big map, too, we can see that the remnants of Harvey continue to spin up to our north and west. And this is on the outside edge, all the stuff with the wind and everything that we've had in some of this rain. Now, as we go into the high-res model for tonight, what we're going to see is, again, the potential is there for some rain. It may not be for everybody, but the potential is there. We'll watch and see if any bands form as we go through tonight. Speaking of bands, I see Peach County getting revved up over there, ready for another song for us in a little bit. Okay, let's go into the RPM model. I hope that's what's on the screen. What we're going to show you is more and more clearing as we go through tonight and through the day tomorrow. Lower humidity coming in. That's going to be setting up for almost kind of that fall kind of feeling as we go into Saturday night, especially into Sunday morning, where it could be even a little bit cooler, where we could have lows maybe around 60 or even maybe in the 50s in parts of North Georgia and parts of North Central Georgia. So Sunday looking good too. All right, so now that we did that, let's go to the temperature. Maybe it's a dew point map that'll show you the lower humidity coming on down. All the dark green, the 70-something degree numbers, all pushing toward the southeast, and we'll get a reinforcing shot even as we get on into Sunday too. So that's a great payoff for the rain and the storms that we've had off and on, and it's a great start to September. Beautiful Labor Day weekend. The 7-day shows tomorrow, Sunday, both day itself, but humidity lower, and then we'll get rain chances coming back in as we go into next week. So, Demons came to sleep, Trojans came to eat. Demons came to sleep, Trojans came to eat. I'm just saying what they said. If you're a Demon watching, it is what it is. We're on their turf right now. We'll have to see how it shakes down later. We're back after this. We're live. We're back. We're excited.
You've got a lot better ears than I do.
Trying to wait to hear.
All righty. Now, Dylan Fromm connected with twin Tyler Fromm 7 times last week. While those two are looking to stay hot, there will be another set of brothers on the opposing sidelines who always seem to be on the same page.
Jonathan Perez caught up with Peach County's Campbell brothers.
Yeah.
Chad Campbell has been leading the Peach County Trojans for 11 seasons, winning more than 80% of their games.
One of the tops in the state. As his big brother, I'm extremely proud of him.
Lee Campbell has known Chad since he was born.
I'm the younger brother.
And 3 years ago, Chad needed a defensive coordinator.
He's running a tremendous job.
So he picked up the phone.
I was just playing around with him at first. Me joking around, he said, "Yeah, I'll think about it." And he called me back the next day. He said, "I'll do it."
He called me and we were talking, and he said, "Well, hey, I got an opening." I didn't hesitate.
And just like that, 2 brothers on the same sideline.
Never thought we would coach or much less coach together. So it's been a thrill.
A thrill full of memories they get to share.
The night he won his 100th game, I didn't know till the day of that it was the same exact night that I had won mine. That was special, and I got to give him the game ball.
And whether it's every day at practice or Friday night under the lights, the two get to catch up on all the games they spent apart over the years.
I just enjoy being on every day with him, and enjoy every Friday night because there's so many nights, so many years that went past that we never got to see each other play, and it's just a joy to be with him.
Jonathan Perez, 13 WMAZ, Eyewitness Sports.
All right. Well, the cool thing is about the Campbell brothers, between the two, they have 3 state rings.
Yeah, Lee won 2 as head coach at Hawkinsville, and of course Chad has won 1 here, and they're looking at another one this year. I guess it would be 2,
I'm
actually.
sure they'd love to.
All right, we're several more games we're going to be covering tonight on Football Friday Night besides Peach and Warner Robins. We'll check those out when we come back. It's Tailgate 13. We are live in the Valley. And the game's not till 8 o'clock, but every year we come here, the band here, the cheerleaders here, and they got a whole lot of other
Better
folks
save
here
that
too.
energy.
All right, Warner Robins Peach County not the only game the FFN team keeping its eyes on tonight. We will also be watching Central and Howard. They play that one at the Ed DeFore Sports Complex. You'll be checking out Brookstone and FPD tonight. West Side and North Side at the MAC. Landmark Christian versus Stratford. Rutland versus Northeast at Thompson Stadium.
Also, Washington County Mary Persons. That's going to be
just Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Remember last year they had the power outage last
That's
year.
right. It was that same team.
Yes.
I was there. Bullock and Westfield at the Hornets Nest. Manchester versus Southwest at Henderson. Worth will be going to Freedom Field to take on Veterans. Dodge County welcoming in West Lawrence. Highlight scores and more. Football Friday night tonight at 11:35. Now our picks, our FFN crew picks on our 4 featured
that's
games.
right.
For the Jones Zone, one of which was this one,
Yes.
and then the other 3 that you can see on the screen. And then we're also going to have, I think, the standings.
I think
remember
I'm in
them right
first
off.
right now.
Am I in first?
No, I think
you're
I am.
First. Of course you are.
But we know who's in last.
That's right, we do know who's in last. We won't say her name.
It's the boss.
That's right. Okay, we're live in Peach County. We're going to see how those picks go this week, too. We're coming back with This Is Home next. We are already in week 3 of tailgate shows.
Wow.
Always the biggest game of the week. And
Yeah,
here
it
it
is.
is. Peach.
That's right. We've been at the MAC, we've been in Jones County, and now we're here in the Valley in Peach County, and it's great stuff. And the weather looks like it's going to be really good.
It is, unless something pops up. I mean, there's a chance of a little stray shower in a couple of spots. Otherwise, it should be dry tonight. And the weekend coming up, lower humidity. It's going to be a nice Labor Day weekend. So you may want to take a raincoat just in case if you're going out tonight.
I understand. All right, it is Friday. It's Tailgate 13. It's Football Friday, and it's also
This Is Home. It's a look back at the week that was, and as always, it comes to you straight from the heart.
Thank you,
See you
sir.
later.
We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. We on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa.